Hey everyone. So, yeah, no point in you beating around the bush. Once again, Oda proves himself the master of foreshadowing and payoff, as in the final moments of the chapter, as the kids and adults fall to their deaths, Luffy in his Nika form arrives to save the day, riding atop Loki, where we finally get the full reveal that the sacred devil fruit he ate is that of a giant sort of like shadow dragon. And yeah, what more can I say that I'm sure won't or hasn't been said already? Oda's a madman for setting this up way at the beginning with that mural and paying off those dividends here without us being any the wiser. Although, I will say after having read this chapter, I decided to go back and read the chapter where we first see Loki transform, and granted, we only saw a part of it, but I definitely noticed the more dragon-like features after seeing it again. So, after returning to this chapter, I couldn't help but think this is again a masterful way of bringing what is in effect a legend only spoken in paint and scripture to life. Like one thing I will never get tired of with Oda is how he makes myths into reality, and it will especially be curious what direction is going to be taken here after Elbaf finds out it's Loki. um, in saying that, I once again reiterate, can someone please take Sommers and throw him off that cliff? Because good lord, this man needs to die. As the chapters keep coming out, he gets more and more insufferable in how evil he is. In fact, I dare say, I go so far as to say that Sommers, at this point, has basically outclassed Spandam at being the most maliciously annoying villain that the series has ever produced. Sommers has taken that crown now, and I am patiently waiting for when we see the absolute dog shit get beat out of him. And I firmly believe Sommers is not making it out of Elbaf alive. If there's one thing I've become keenly aware of with Oda, it's that whenever he leans into villainy, to basically the extreme that he did with Sommers in this chapter, and frankly throughout this arc as a whole, it usually means they're gonna be around. I don't think they're gonna be around much longer. So hopefully that same rule still applies with this scenario. Because yeah, I'm ready to say adios to this fucker. Although we're not there yet, I guess. And on the flip side to Sommers, I did love the self-sacrifice moment of this chapter, with all the giants choosing to sacrifice themselves, with the children showing it's showing that no matter the race, family is still family. And giants, despite being characterized as fucking monsters, as these fucking devils, and as just fucking as a race that should serve the government, that they are people who they are ultimately a race that still can love. Um, in fact, now if I did maybe have one gripe with this chapter, it's that for me, I would have liked if the chapter ended on a scene of Sommers' death by way of maybe Loki eating him or something, keeping Sommers keeping Summers alive at this point, even if it's to give him a more gruesome and satisfying death in the next handful of chapters, feels like a case of delaying for the sake of drama rather than taking care of it now. Although that does give still room to theorize on the who will be the person to kill Summers. And ultimately, I think the reason why Oda delayed killing Sommers is in this chapter is because he's going to give Gabon the honor of killing Sommers, which, yeah, would make the most sense, not just because he threatened Colin, but also because they do technically have the most history by virtue of being part of the Roger Pirates and what happened at God Valley. So, yeah, it would be like the perfect full circle moment for Gabon to do it, although a part of me really wants to see Sommers getting eaten by a fully transformed Loki who's but that's still kind of my preference for how I want him to die. But who knows? Maybe let it be the climax. Like if there is a fight between Gabon and Sommers, it will still end with Loki devouring him or something. Again, I wouldn't be against it, frankly, if that's the route I went. Although this does also raise the question of just where is Gabon? Like, I know he's here, I think we even saw him arrive with everyone else, but he just kind of disappeared again after that. Like I'm sure there's a reason, but it's kind of like weird. We haven't touched base with him again yet. But again, maybe it's to save him for recently a moment where he's gonna come in and kill Sommers. I don't know, but it's just kind of weird that Gabon just kind of disappeared or something. And yeah, to me that there's and to me and yeah, to me there is a little bit of irony that for all of Loki's attempts to avoid becoming the new king of Elbaf, him coming in to save the day as the dragon of legend just confirms that's going to happen now. Like Loki has made himself a living legend, and that's going to make it all the more likely that Elbaf accepts him as the new king. It will still be interesting to see everyone's reactions, mind you, when they do learn it is Loki, because when they do find when everything kind of settles down and whatnot, and they have time to think about it, because Oda definitely was playing it a little coy by not showing by not showing like people's reactions to Loki being this giant dragon, but I imagine this is where the awkward conversation started, as many of the people Loki just saved have been taught to hate him, although the fact they were saved is, again, a notch in Loki's belt, so to speak, and when faced with near death, it does give a little bit of perspective, and it'll be interesting to see how that changes from here, whether that's Loki choosing to be honest with Elbaf, or just generally how Elbaf citizens square their long-standing hatred with the fact that Loki has proven himself to be a worthy king and all that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe on Blue Sky, Analyst Crunchyroll, Bishop Bell, subscribe button, and just share it around, guys. Dark Knight of the May signing off. Later, everyone.